So, when I found out about the Toasted Noodle Boys and Girls War video from a while back, I was upset with my son, Harrison. Fighting with girls? A gender war? Complaining about opening doors for girls? Harrison, you're in big trouble with this video, I said. That's terrible. Fighting with girls in elementary school? I'm feeling like there's a grounding in your near future. And he was like,
No, Dad, come on, we were just messing around. Didn't you do anything like that when you were in elementary school?
I said, no way, son. We always treated girls with the utmost respect. Daddy Price always said, be a gentleman, boy. But then suddenly, it hit me. We did do stuff like that. While Harrison pleaded,
Am I grounded?
all of a sudden, I started to remember. It was 1978. Everything was groovy. We didn't have internet, but we did have bell-bottom jeans, disco music, vinyl records, Stretch Armstrong, and this cool new movie called Star Wars. I was in the second grade. And the best part of the second grade was PE, where we got to go outside and play on the playground. The playground was full of cool stuff, including some stuff they wouldn't let you have on a playground today. We had 2 metal slides. We had a metal merry-go-round on a slab of cement that was greased so it would spin you around faster than a bullet. We had giant swing sets that allowed you to swing super high into the air. And best of all, we had a ginormous jungle gym. It was all metal pipes on a concrete pad going high into the air. And when the sun was hot, the metal would just burn your hands. It was rusty, but that was okay. That made it easier to grip. It was the site of a lot of carnage. Kids got into fights in the center of the bars where the teachers couldn't reach through to them. Kids would fall and busted on the concrete. A kid named Leon even broke his arm on it, a compound fracture. It was a little hazardous, but hey, it was the 1970s. Our PE teacher was Mrs. Hornbuckle. She would sometimes yell at us, but mostly she'd just sit in a lawn chair and read Red Book or Family Circle magazines while we ran them up. Our favorite games were dodgeball and Red Rover, but Mrs. Hornbuckle banned dodgeball because somebody hit Leon too hard in the face. And we all got in trouble for playing Red Rover too rough when somebody clotheslined Leon. So we were sitting around one day trying to come up with a new game. But there was a big disagreement. The boys wanted to play baseball and the girls wanted to play freeze tag. Tempers flared, and finally a boy said, let's battle the girls. Let's play war. And one boy said, nah, they're just girls. We'll beat them. But then my friend Leslie, a girl, heard him say that and pushed him down in the sandbox. Oh yeah, she said, we'll see about that. And so it was on. Both sides retreated to separate sides of the playground to draw up their battle plans. I was selected as the leader of the boys. Our headquarters was at the metal jungle gym. The girls' headquarters was the little slide. There was wrestling, giant tag games, yelling threats. But after the first few days, it was a draw. Whenever things looked a little too rough and somebody started throwing mud or rocks or something, in would swoop Mrs. Hornbuckle with her paddle, and wha-pow, wha-pow, the offenders would be brought to justice. Play nice now, boys and girls, she'd say, and then she'd go back to reading her Family Circle magazine. The girls' leader was Tony, a cute little blonde girl. I didn't mind that at all because I had a serious crush on Tony. We'd been battling for weeks with no clear winner. And one day, the girls approached with a white flag. They wanted peace talks. I was called to a secret meeting with Tony on the merry-go-round. While our lieutenant spun us round and round and round, she said to me, this is getting lame. We want to end the war and go back to playing Red Rover. What do you say? But I didn't really hear her talking because with the wind blowing her hair, she looked like Farrah Fawcett to me. Did you hear me? She said. Are you dumb or something? I didn't say anything. I just jumped off the merry-go-round and ran. The next week, while the battle raged around us, I cornered Tony. She was on the swing set, swinging and a swing really, really high. I ran up and said, aha, I've got you now. Surrender, Tony, so the boys will win the war. Go away, Shane. The girls don't want to play your stupid game anymore. Well, I'd gotten pretty good at swinging another swing back and forth underneath the person who was swinging, so I did it to Tony, pushing another swing underneath her as she swung by. I said, ha, you better surrender now. She said, oh no, what are you doing? Don't do that. You'll hit my swing. No, I won't. I'm good at this. But you better surrender. Never. And so back and forth we went. Surrender. Never. Faster and faster. And she went higher and higher. And then suddenly, Leon yelled from across the playground, Leslie hit me. It distracted me for just a second. And when it did, I lost my timing and crash. My swing hit Tony's swing as she came by, and she flew into the air. She said as she arced through the sky and then splat right into some mud. Oh no, Tony! She jumped up, mud all over her, and with a skinned knee, and she looked at me, and she wasn't Farrah Fawcett anymore. Now, she was more like that new villain, Darth Vader. And she said the 4 little words that struck terror in my little heart. I'm telling Mrs. Hornbuckle. No! But it was too late. She was already running to Miss Hornbuckle's chair. Here came that paddle. And that was the end of the retro Boys and Girls War. Who won the war? Miss Hornbuckle did. Every kid got in trouble, especially me. I was convicted of playground war crimes, paddled, and banned from all games. And Tony stayed mad at me for the rest of the school year. And even worse, a note went home to my folks telling them of my misdeeds, which got me spanked and grounded. Even my daddy Price found out about it. He said, "You were raised better than that, boy." I was lost in thought, remembering all this when Harrison was saying,
Dad, are you in a trance? Didn't you hear me? Am I grounded or what?
Huh? What? Grounded? Oh, for what? For that elementary school game? Pfft, no way, son. You're good.
I'm not, but you said...
Look, just be a gentleman, boy.